Well, what you're looking at here is something completely different from what I normally do. This is my friend's Harley Davidson motorcycle. Yep, that one there. Lovely bike. So if you want to buy it, let me know. This is what that shitty, crappy, fucking piss ethanol does. This is meant to be a fuel filter. Look at it. Fucking ethanol shit. It's a fucking joke. Anyway, with Harley Davidson, they tend to put some kind of goop on this, and it really fucks the thread up. So when you buy the kit, they give you a new one because they know you're gonna fuck up the thread. Initially, I spoke to my customer and said, look, you know, I just need a new seal to go here. And then I started working on this because this was gummed up so much with crappy ethanol shit that I was having a great deal of difficulty getting it to clean and to blow through. I succeeded, but I wasn't happy with it, and I wasn't happy with the operation of this switch. So I asked him, go get a new switch, don't fuck around, it's just not worth it. So he's got a nice new switch here, which I'll put on. But aren't they wonderful? Look, this has got a crimped pipe connector. They don't give you one. You know, that would have been too fucking helpful, wouldn't it? And okay, they're still making this thing of plastic. And yeah, this may look black and painted, but as soon as the petrol gets to it, it'll soon clean that shit off. The kit comes with two new filters. I'm assuming this kit must fit two things. This is the size that's needed for this particular bike. I don't know what this other one is for. Maybe there's another bike that's got a deeper tank, I don't know. But anyway, so I've got that. And of course, they give you a nice seal. Well, I'd already got my customer to buy a seal, which is the 37909-90. So I'll get him to return that because, you know, that's probably about $500 of that. Anyway, it came here with three problems. One was an oil leak, and I think I've cured that, but until I get the bike running, I won't know. And I can't do that, obviously, until I get this fuel system sorted out. The other thing was the rear brakes not working. You pump and pump and pump on the pedal, and all you get is bubbles in the master cylinder. So I said, get a rebuild kit for the master cylinder, which he did. This is it here, 42382-87E. But look at it. That's it. It's a whole fucking piston with two rings on it. Now, they couldn't just sell you the two rings, could they? Obviously inside here is another little piston thingy, which also has seals on it. In fact, I think he brought me a diagram, which is rather nice of him. There you go, you see there's two. There's that little one there, which is inside, presumably with this on it as well, and then this outer piece. So, you know, you have to buy all of this shit when all you really needed was some fucking rubber rings. Now, yeah, you could try picking some off a shelf, make sure they're resistant to brake fluid. Would they be the right size exactly? Are you sure? If not, and yeah, okay, at the end of the day, it's not worth it. But Harley could have just sold you the seals. And you know, all you've got to do is there's a circlip in the end there. You take the circlip out, get that middle piece out, and put the seals on. Now, granted, if this was corroded, yeah, you need to replace the whole thing. I'll find out when I do that. That's in a little while. But first, I'm going to fix this fuel line. And of course, what I've got to do is cut this off. And once I've cut this off, then I have to replace, you know, with a nice clip. Because this doesn't come with one, I'm going to charge my customer $500 just for this clip. and I got a funny feeling he won't pay it. Hey, he's a friend. Yeah, gotta have fun with friends. So yeah, this is trash. This is definitely trash. This is trash. All because the bike wouldn't run. Now, initially when I diagnosed it, I just diagnosed it was a fuel problem by squirting, come on, brain cell engage, brake cleaner in through the air filter once I'd taken this cover off. And bingo, she fired straight away, but would not stay running. I smelt the fuel and it was stale. I mean, it was bad fuel. So I said, okay, it's bad fuel. Let's get some new fuel. So we got 5 gallons of new fuel, which I haven't put in yet because I started to check further. And that's when I found this problem. So there was really 2 issues, the bad fuel and then this problem, and whatever was in the tank was clogging everything up. But then again, when you consider that because of ethanol shit, this had broken up and has probably clogged these holes completely. Now, as I said, I did clean them out, but I still was not happy with it, which is why I told him, let's just replace the whole bloody thing. It's worth doing, and as I know he wants to sell this bike, you don't want the customer to buy the bike and then it craps out. Oh, by the way, let's just have a look at the bike for you. I'm afraid the light in here is not very good, but here she is. Now, I'm not familiar with the Harley models, so I don't know what model this is. I'm sure any Harley enthusiast will go, oh, how could you not know that? That's a blah, 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 blah. It's a Speedster, Roadster, Flathead, Coupe, GT, over convertible. It's a fucking lovely bike, to me. Look at it, beautiful. So, yes, it needs a wash, you know, we know that. But any of you that are watching my videos and you live anywhere near Queen Creek, Arizona, and you want to get yourself a nice Harley, this is a beautiful bike. It's not got many miles on it. No, don't ask me how many, I don't know. Can I tell? Let's see if I put the ignition on. 7,770. There you go, 777. So if you're a gambler, this is definitely the bike for you. No, that sounds terrible. Anyway, she's a beauty. She really is. There's lots of lovely chrome on it. Oh boy, I wish I had the money. I'd buy it from him. I don't know what he wants for it, but if you're interested, email me at gstargarage@gmail.com. And look, he's got those funny pedals up the front. I know he scratched this and it's been repainted. So, I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful bike. Really is. You couldn't do better than buying this one. 7,000 miles, that's fuck all. I keep asking him just to give it to me as a gift, but he seems to want money for it. I don't know why. All right, now let's get on and deal with it. This is where we're going to go. All here, this is where the fuel system shit connects, and then we have to feed the fuel line over there. And don't forget this little vacuum line. All right, let's get on with it, and I'll try and show you as much as I can. Yeah, get on and do some work, will you? Stop fucking around. Well, sorry, frustrated, angry. As most of you know, I work on classic cars most of the time, and some of the quality of the parts that you get are shit. It would appear that it's the same on motorbikes. This valve is made in Japan, as it says. Somewhere on there it said made in Japan. Anyway, they supply with these filters a new nut. It's a piece of shit. It has been made and it's been chromed, but because it's been chromed, the chrome is stuck on the thread. This is an extremely fine thread, and I have been trying to get it to go on. And just when you think you're there, you're not, because you look and it's crooked. And that would be so easy to cross the thread on this. And then of course the dealer would say, well, you fucked that up. Well, no, because I'm just doing this with my fingers, and there is no way I can cross a thread with my fingers. So I'm sorry, but the customer is now going to have to take this back, waste his time, his life, my time has been wasted, and see if they've got some that aren't a piece of shit like this. And I'll lay odds it'll take them a long time. But I'm not willing to cross the thread, fuck this up, and waste the customer's money. Oh, well, it wouldn't waste his money, it'd waste mine, because I'd have to pay for it. Where is this piece of shit made? I bet it doesn't tell you on the paperwork. I know the valve says Jap. Harley Davidson. Shows me the valve. Yeah, it doesn't tell me where it's made. Oh, hopefully this is bright enough for you. I got the nut off here. This is all to get this rear master cylinder off. What did I use? Hang on a second. I used an 1 1/8" socket. Once I'd taken this, come on, fuck's sake, brake pipe off. Now, then the rod here, the cylinder won't come out because of the rods attached. So I came up here and said, okay, I'll say, oh, sorry, crawling on the floor here. I'll take this pin out. Well, you can't because it hits that. Ah, shit. All right, so I take this nut off and pull the pedal off. Well, you can't because this rod hits the exhaust. So I looked at this and said, okay, so I can undo that one, but then what? Sorry, you can't see. Undo that, but then what? The only thing I can think, and I'm just about to find out, is if I undo that one, then maybe I can pivot the brake pedal out the way, or pivot the I'm sorry, I'm trying to, I don't see how I'm going to get to that one. This is a fucking joke. Take the exhaust off? You've got to be fucking kidding me. How can I do this? I can't get that pin out because whoever put it in the wrong way round in my book. I can't well, I can undo the nut, but I can't get the pedal off because the pin's attached. What a fucked up idea this is. How the hell am I going to do this? What I thought I was going to do was undo that. If I undo that, I wonder if the whole thing will pivot enough for me to get to that one. Oh, there's only one way to find out. Let me try it. Okay, it's at a bit of an angle, but I've managed to get it on there. And when it's off, I will reverse that cotter pin, whatever you want to call it, so that if somebody wants to do this in the future, it's not a problem. Oh, by the way, this wonderful design, this rod rubs up against the exhaust. Fucking crap. Yeah, I have had to take all of this off because some idiot didn't put this pin in the right way round. I will now do that. Fucking idiots. I'm sorry. Well, now look at this. Look how this is rubbed. This rod is wearing away where it rubs up against the exhaust. Fucking crappy design. Really is. I don't know if something else has been put together wrong. Doesn't look like anything else has been put together wrong. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just poor design. This pipe should have a set in it. After all those years of pressing the brake, you can see that's worn away. Now, this is a solid rod, and it's been worn away. Maybe they should have sculpted it down here somehow. Jesus fucking Christ. Can't anybody do their job these days? Sorry, this pisses me off, this kind of stuff. Alright, let's stop it here before I kill something. Well, that pin was in there so tight, I had to hammer it out with the drift. Another point of failure. So I'll clean this up. I'll relieve this hole a bit. I'll relieve this hole a bit. I'll clean up this pin. And then I'll put it in from this side, which is the correct way it should go in. So that then, when you have to do this, you can just pull out the split pin at the back and pull out this cotter pin. Fuck's sake. What moron did this? Sorry, this kind of shit pisses me off. Alright, now I can get on with what I came here to do, which is this. Yes, I could have tried to unwind this, but I very much doubt it would have come out. Okay, I've unwound this. I didn't move this nut any further. That way at least I keep the distance correct. There is a circlip on here. Oh, by the way, to undo that nut and that was a 7/8 inch. Let's see what happens when we take this circlip out. I know there's a spring behind here, so fingers crossed, eh? We'll put some hair around it, I'll get it in the hole. Oh, there's two holes. So one with hair, one without. Excuse me. Ooh, boy, is there some tension on that. That's going to be fun to put back together. Alright. So we got washer circlip, piece of shit with that spring on it. Yeah, that is going to be real fun to put back together. And then we have this. Oh, and there's another fucking circlip and another circlip. Holy shit, Batman. Alright, so that one's got to come out of there. Oh, that's a squeeze the other way. Would be, wouldn't it? That's alright, we have the technology. My reversible circlip pliers will now squeeze in. That should be these. Squeeze in. Squeeze in. I said squeeze in. Pay attention, will you? Oh boy. This is taking forever. Gotcha, you bastard. Oh, that spring loaded, of course. Make sure you get this out correct. And there's a spacer there too. Don't lose that. Well, this piece should come out with the seal and the spring. There we go. Now we're going to get this piece off. So I've just realised that it's got a new one in here, so we didn't need to take that out. Never mind, the only one we needed to take off was this. So let's go back to this. God, fuck my old boots. Right. Oh, Gary. Oh no, that's right, you dumb shit. In here. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, of course, that had to twist, didn't it? Of course it did. You tell me this is spring-loaded as well. Oh boy. Ooh. Right, no, this is just a snug fit. I don't think there's any loading of the springs. Jesus Christ almighty. Just trying to get it so that it's level, so I can get me little pliers on it here. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, by the way, if you don't like the swearing in my videos, fuck off and watch something else. God, never known one to be so fucking awkward. Oh, how about if I do it from underneath, eh? Oh, smart little fucker, aren't I? Huh? Right, now, how do I get that out? Is that a rubber boot to boot? Did you just bang out? Really? O'Reilly? This seems a bit amateurish. I mean, there's a plastic notch. That's plastic. Let me check just in case there's something inside here. Don't go away. I still don't see what was wrong with this thing, in all honesty, but it would not pump fluid. Ooh, I tell you what, there's lots of metal in there. Just give this a clean out. Well, I don't know. I can't believe I just push it out. Maybe I need to do it in the press. I'll be back. Okay, I put this in the freezer overnight. Hopefully that would shrink, and then pressed it out in my vise. The seals don't look terrible. There is some corrosion here, and I don't see any damage to these seals, so I must admit I'm a little curious as to why it wasn't working, but it wasn't working. So now I'm going to assemble it. I'll put some brake fluid on these and press it in. I should just be able to press that in my vise without causing any damage. Oh yes, I've put it back together, so I'll try and explain to you the order. There is this spacer here that goes behind this clip with the piece, this piece. Now there is a spring in here and there is a circlip. Now the circlip goes down at the bottom, then the spring, and this is once you've got this piece in, so that you're sliding the spring over it. Then you have to push down using this washer, push down against that spring and get this circlip on. It's a bit of struggle, and the only way I found doing it was in the vise. So you know, you've got to have a good vise to do it. I got plastic jaws on mine so that I don't damage this master cylinder. So anyway, if you look at the way it came apart, you'll see the way it has to go back together, in case I'm not very clear. Sorry I couldn't show you that, but once I put it together, I thought, bugger it, I'm not taking it apart again. And I forgot to set up the camera. So now that is a repaired master cylinder, but do recall that, hang on a second, sorry, my bench is a real mess, that this pin, I've got to clean this up yet, I haven't done it yet because that doesn't fit in there very nicely. But it fits in the other way, because if you have it in this way, then you can't get it out should you ever need to work on anything. It has to come in from this direction. Okay, and then you can just slide in the split pin in here and it'll be nice and easy to do. I'll show you once it's all reassembled. Okay, now this is screwed into here and locked tight. This is now, I've relieved this and cleaned this up, so the pin will go in nice and easy, and then you put on the washer and then the nice new split pin. Also, this now can be put onto the bike separately from this, and then you just swing this up into position. That's the theory. So this again, that will go onto the bike. Because I don't have this rod connected, I can move this so that I can get to those holes to screw this on properly. Now it's just a matter of putting it back onto the bike and then connecting up the hose, brake hose, fill it fluid and bleed the brakes. I'm not sure yet, I may also take the caliper off and give that a bit of a clean up. I'll see how that goes. If I don't have any problems with the bleeding, then I won't touch it, but if I do, then I'll take the caliper off and make sure everything's in order there. Right, that's it. Now get out in that garage, go do some shit.